And then eventually what you did was you went your own way. You did a disappearing act. You and Shah Sham, and y'all disappeared for about a year and a half, 2 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, I was only gone for 12 or for 11 and a half months. Okay, good. But you turned your back on the plow. Then you come back, and all of a sudden you got a whole different gospel. The so-called Latin tribes are not the tribes; they're a bunch of heathens. You got, Ephraim and Latin tribes, the so-called Latin tribes. They went to Africa. Yes, they did, and I did a video on that. It says, goes on to say, Phoebe, Elder Quanath, and Shah Sham has, and you know that a guy is going off. One indication is that they want to, look, I got a new doctrine, and I want to debate everybody on it. Well, we're not going out debate. We're telling brothers that you're wrong. If IUIC is wrong on something, we're saying they're wrong. We're not saying we want to have a debate because we're not trying to get them to understand this. We're telling them that they're wrong, and it's up to them to check it to see if it's right or wrong. It says Elder Quanath and Shah Sham has being on this since last year into this year, to the point they had Professor Lee Cummins. So I looked up this guy Lee Cummins. And he's supposed to be some type of expert on the scriptures and the Hebrew and the Bible, and I believe he said the 12 tribes are not correct. Anyway, this guy doesn't even have a beard. He's wearing a suit. Put in Lee Cummins or Professor Lee Cummins. There's some Jake with no beard or no mustache, no beard, no nothing. But he's the great power that the Most High is dealing with. And he's wearing...
All praises to Yahweh, Basha, Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostle and elders in New York, GMS. Citation to Yahweh around world, the teaching truth and your lives on the line for it. Shalom to you, serious Aquaf. And my name is Maya Kaala, Bungad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. Black is a color, not a nationality. All right. The frames of that professor glasses are black. All right, but his skin is brown. All right. So, all right, we're not black. All right. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, speckled birds. Scattered abroad, speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, and a good example there is Blake Griffin's son. All right, we are not affiliated with any black identity extreme groups. We are not affiliated with any French militant groups. We are not affiliated with any Islamic groups. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. All right, so this guy that I do in response to LTR video, another stumbling block. And he guys definitely got some stumbling blocks before him, man. Especially Fopi, man. And Fopi like to big up, and Fall like to big up Professor Lee Cummins, because he said that in order for somebody to look like an Israelite, in order for somebody to be an Israelite, they got to look like us, so-called Negroes. All right, another thing, he said that the 12 tribe charters are incorrect. All right, but see, it's one thing that Fopi failed to look in his book. Now this is book. Now some of his books are good. Part on the historic part. About Jake Boone, the Dark Ages. All right, Jake sent out 13 colonies over here. This says right here, the Negro Question, Part 6. All right, and you see all through his books. All right, let's see. Now, yeah, I jumped right here in the spirit, get right here on target, man. All right, now in his book, I'm gonna show you what he say about the so-called Native Americans. All right, that basically trump up Fopi and the rest of his followers, man. All right. It says right here, I'm gonna get to the point. All right. It says right here, I want you to look at the Indian girl to the right of Geronimo and notice the fringes on the bottom of her garment. All right, it says there is only one people on earth whoever wore fringes on their garments, and that is Israel. I don't know what tribe these Indians are from, but I am certain they are Israel. And this is from Lee Cummins. All right, the bald head guy with the glasses that the Harp was getting on. All right, okay. All right, so you wearing fringes, man, just like let me see, they're wearing fringes. All right, just like Jake did. You see this right here? All right, this is page 43. It says a children's woolen hood with fringes. All right, and this is from Scotland, man. This is when Jake was ruling. All right, you can see it right there. All right, so before we kill the whole argument, man, by digging up this guy, Professor Lee Thomas, man. All right, you can see. Let me get back. And see the girl right there. Her one of her parents was her father's a Judite, her mom's a Gadite, all right, but she doing the customs of her mom and stuff, All right, you see right here. You see the fringes on these Gadites right here. All right. Now when you say black, you mean dark skin. All right. That's right. All right. You see the garments. All right. That's not Geronimo. He said Geronimo. That's not Geronimo. All right. You see right here the Kiowa chief, Lone Wolf, and wife Ita. All right. Dark skin they are. You see right here. Choctaw. All right. Jeremiah 12 and a half. My hair's just a speckled bird, man. All right. You see Jake with the drawings. All right. All right. The Gad left to the Reuben. All right. You see Jake donning no fringes, man. All right. All right, the feather, the crown of the head. All right, mentioned Deuteronomy 33. All right. Why they doing these things, man? All right. Cool what it says right here. All right. It says, let me see. You know what? Let me get right here. All right. Says right here, Romans. All right, Romans 8:16. All right. What it says here, Romans 8:16. All right. It says the Spirit bear witness itself with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. All right, because the so-called Native Americans are Israelites. All right, go right here, Numbers 15:38, they wearing the fringes. All right. It says right here, it says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of the garments throughout the generation, that they put upon the fringe of the borders of a blue ribbon. All right. So let's go to another scripture where it said fringes. All right. That's why you see fringes all through that book. All right, it says Deuteronomy 22:12, thou shalt make fringes upon the four cords of vessel where thou coverest thyself. All right, because they are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That's why they did it. All right, you can see right here in this book. It's about time life. Matter of fact, you get so many books. This book Chief, right? The Great Chief. All right, Great Chief's the Old West. All right. Let's see, where is it? Trying to get those shirts, all right. Just bear with me, Aki. All right. This that ghost dance when they believe the ghost dance was going to help them defeat Esau, but they didn't understand they prophecy, when the dead wake up, all right, they didn't understand that part, all right, because Yahushua didn't unlock those keys as mentioned in Revelation 5 or 6, all right. All right, the elders didn't understand that, the Gadai elders, all right. It says sacred armor for mystic cult. All right, it said within months of founding of the ghost dance religion by Poete mystic Wovacut in 1889, most plain tribes had seized upon them its promise of an intimate all-Indian millennium and were ready performing the dance. All right, so when it's talking all Indian, they're talking about the kingdom, but they don't understand it one time for the kingdom come yet. It said to bring a trance in which the glorious future might be glimpsed. The movement had no ardent followers than the suit. Indeed, they probably introduced a sacred costume, the ghost shirt, which was worn by both men and women. All right, you can see right here. All right, and then right here it says they believed they had magical power to render the wearer invulnerable to a white man's bullets. Talking about Esau. All right, you can see right here. All right, all the fringes on there. All right. They doing it because they are the Israelites, all right. All right, I believe that's a blue color, right? All right, see the blue, we got the blue, or the blue got the fringes, all right. All right. Crystal clear see it, man. Okay. Another thing you see is crown of the featherhead, right? All right, why they all right? Let's see, Deuteronomy 33. All right, it says right here, where does it look Gad? All right. He said, and of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlarge Gad, dwelleth a lion. All right, Gad gonna be a large tribe. All right, because Gad stretch out from the so-called Eskimos. Those are Gadites too, all the way to in the northern part of the United States, like Florida. Then that's Reuben. All right, so-called Simeon tribe of Reuben. Right. It says he interreth the arm with the crown of the head. Right, the crown of the head is what those feathers, man. All right, like this guy right here. All right, what you see, they got the crown feather head. All right, and guess what? Who on the other side of the world? You see what they brethren, the Gadites of Nigeria, they got the same thing, the crown of feather on their head. All right, it's the Gadite king in Nigeria, the Igbo. All right, Igbo got different tribes. All right, they got Northern Kingdom tribes too. All right. And watch this. This is the Igbo boy, Gadite boy over there in Nigeria, man. All right, cause they the same people, man. Why they doing the same customs? All right, they the same people, man. Israel scattered. It just happened that the Gadites on this side of Western Hemisphere, they happened to fulfill the prophecy of I believe Genesis 49 and 19. All right. Now that don't mean that the Gadites that just show the Igbo not, they not part of the family, but the prophecy fit the Gadites on this side, not the Gadites in Nigeria. All right. All right. But Jacob scattered all the earth, man. The 12 tribe chart is dealing with the Israelites on this side. All right. Get this. Let me see. All right, go back to all right, James chapter 1 verse 1. It said, James, a servant of Yahweh and Adonai Yahushua Hamashah, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. All right, so you gonna have Gadites in Nigeria, you gonna have Gadites through Europe, man. All right, my family, they're Gadites, man, but they come from Derbyshire, England, man. They descend of the Moors. Moors are Israelites. All right, that's all it is, man. All right. All right, like I said again, the crown of feather on his head. All right, like you said. And then what? The Gadites got what? Crown of feather on their head. All right. Now watch this. See these hats? All right. The hats these brothers wearing. All right. Let's see. See right here in this book. All right, Igbo Israel, a comparing of Igbo and ancient Israel culture. All right. You can see it right here. Traditional Igbo cap resembles those worn in King Jehu's era. Right. You can see the hat right there. See what King Jehu, a little similar. All right, but guess who wear caps like that too? Like these brothers in here. Watch this. I'm getting it for you. Hold on. Just bear with me, y'all. Just hold on, Aki. Hold on. All right. Found it for you. Hold on. Yep, here we go right here. All right. It says right here, Apache, a warrior finds a receptive audience as he spin out a tale using a stick and a narrative. All right. So they're doing storytelling. All right. Look at the hats. Just like these brothers wearing, man, or near similar. All right. Look at these hats. All right, because they the same people, man. Look, they got a Mitri on. All right. And you can see right here that you see that pattern right there? The pattern's garment. All right, that plague pattern. Look what the brothers got on right here. All right. It just happened that the Gadites on this side fulfilled the prophecy in Genesis 49 and 19. All right. And I'm gonna come back to that book, Igbo Israel. You know. All right. All right. It's just right here. All right. And now you got Esau going over there. See this guy right here? He going there messing with Gad's head over there. All right. As a matter of fact, the guy had, I think he made a video trying to turn Gad over there against us. All right. Where he talked about us. All right. All right. So let's see. What else in here, man? All right. Show the crown feather head. All right. Someone's showing me, man. All right. Let me go right here. Genesis 49. All right. Says Genesis 49:19. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last. So in Hebrew, Gad means troop, right? All right, a troop overcome him, but he shall overcome at last. All right, so who the Gadites constantly get into with, man? All right, get into with the U.S. Army. All right, get into Esau and his army, man. It says right here, the departure of cavalry patrols from Fort Bowie was a familiar sight, along as Cochise and Geronimo were at large. The fortress was built in 1862 to control Apache Pass, a vital route through Chiricahua Mountains that opened the way between Tucson and all these points. All right, so you see right here what the U.S. cavalry, the army, man. All right, yeah, I got a constant history against them, right? You can see these Apaches, all right? You got us, all right? These the ones that fought for the U.S. Army. They got betrayed at the end, all right? You see how nice and dark they are, man. Like, when no raps around the head, like the brothers out there teaching, man. All right. You see how dark. All right, so they always constantly get into the Esau, the U.S. government, man. All right. All right, because what? U.S. Army is what? Esau, all right? Controlled by Esau. All right. The so-called Native Americans are Israelites, all right? That the Bible speaks of. All right, you can see right here, it says, outnumber more than 3-1, General Crook forces tried to fight their way through waves of Sioux at Battle of Rosebud, but though taken by surprise, the troops managed to stalemate, but only because the Shoshone Crow allies bore the brunt of succeeding the Sioux charge, right? So they constantly always get into the U.S. Army, all throughout history, man. All tribes, all right? All right, they constantly get into it with them, man. That's the ghost members of Dream cult that took hold among Nash Pierce, 1860, surrounded by prophets, Smala, who preached that the Indian dead will rise and drive the white man from the land. All right, he didn't understand that prophecy. All right, it said Joseph shared small reverence for land, but not his anti-white bias. All right, the same thing going on today, man. You got some Jakes. They said Esau, so-called white man, the devil, don't trust him. The other Jakes, they said, oh, Esau's Japhet, he could be saved, man. All right, you see right here how nice, dark skin they are, man. All right. All right. You see the lot. All right, so they constantly always get into Esau, man. Constantly. All right. They fulfill their prophecy in Genesis 49. Like I said, they overcame them. Esau, all right, but guess what? Gad gonna overcome them. I'm trying to find that part. Where is it? When they end up in those camps, man. But anyway, you know the end. The Apache was it was conquered by Esau. All right, said troops will overcome them, but they. All right, like I said, Genesis 49:19. All right, Gad, their troops will overcome him, but he shall overcome at last. All right, so it's throughout history, so-called Native American tribe of Gad over here, constantly pursued by the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army overcame him, which is Esau, but he gonna overcome him at last. All right. Okay. All right, something interesting. In this book, History 101. All right, by John Richard Steffens. Now, look, this 170 right here. It says, it said, Chief of the Great Dakota Nation, Wankatonka, talking about the Most High. All right, they call him that. Wankatonka give you wisdom so that whatever you decide may be just. He said, he bowed respectfully and left the circle. A moment's silence followed, and one of the most aged of the chiefs, whose body was furrowed with scars of innumerable wounds, arose. The pale faces, our eternal persecutors, pursue and harass us relentlessly. All right. So what was that, man? That's Esau. All right. It fulfilled the Bible prophecy, man. All right. Right here. All right. Get right here. Genesis 27, 37. Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, go ahead and get there right there. All right. Watch this. Yeah. All right. It says, well, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whereof his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days I'm mourning for my father are our hand. Then I will slay my brother. All right. Go right here. When it says, blessings the sword, in that same chapter, you go to Amos 1:11. All right, it says what? It said, thus said Yahweh, for 3 transgression either, and for 4 I will not turn away to punish thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tell petry, and he kept his wrath forever. All right, and this is what the ancestors said, man. All right, okay. So these people over here, man, they are the Israelites, man. The 12 tribe chart is correct, man. All right. All right. Let me see. Talking about their customs. Hold on. You watch this. I'm gonna bring the scripture up. It said Leviticus 11. It says what? Yahweh spake unto Aaron. Speak on the children of Israel, the things our beasts which shall eat among all beasts. All right, you can see right here. Where a part of the hoof and the cloven foot and chew the cud among the beasts that you shall eat. Nevertheless, ye shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof as the cow, because he chewed the cud, but divide not the hoof, he is unclean to you. All right. All right. So you saw it says right here, Leviticus 11:7, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, be cloven foot, yet he chewed not the cud, he is unclean to you. All right. So watch what I read it here. This book, History of the American Indians by James Dare. All right. This is talking about the Choctaw. He says right here, when this is page 65. All right. It says right here, when swine were first brought among them, they deemed it such a horrid abomination in any of their people to eat that filthy and impure food, that they exclude the criminal from all religious communion in their circular townhouse or in their quadrangular holy ground at the annual expiation of sins, equally as he had eaten unsatisfied fruits. After the yearly atonement was made at the temple, he was indeed readmitted to his visual privileges. All right, this is page 65 in the book The History of American Indians by James Dare. Now he spent, I think, over 40 years among the tribe of Gad. All right here. It says they reckon all birds of prey and birds of night to be unclean. All right. And then right here you go to for to this that divine sacredism alludes swallowing a camel and straining a net. Such insects were deemed unclean as vexatious and hurtful. The god of Akron was Beelzebub, or the god and ruler of flies. All right, but this is what they the so-called Native American, right? What it says, I'm gonna read together. I should have read it right there. It says, eagles of every kind they esteem unclean, likewise ravens, though the name of the tribe with them, crows, buzzards, swallow, bats, and every species of owls, and they believe swallowing flies, mosquitoes, gnats always breed sickness or worms according to the quantity that goes in them, which though it may not imply storing their skin in physics, shows their retention of the ancient law to prohibit the swallowing of flies. For this that divine sacred alludes swallowing a camel or straining at a net. Such incest was deemed unclean, as were vexatious and hurtful. All right. All right. So right here. All right. So they deemed the animals unclean, because they things. All right. So now I'm gonna read the same thing in this book, Igbo Israel, right? Compared to Igbo and ancient Israel culture, right? So it's showing we the same people, man. All right. It says food, right? This page 36. It says the Igbo religiously diet purity, as stated in Leviticus 11. There are clean and unclean animals, birds and insects. Domestic animals that have split hoof, completely divide, and chew it cud like cows and goats are normal Igbo livestock. Not until modern times that pasteurized milk is consumed. The Igbo do not drink milk sourced from animals. They eat only fish with scales and fins. Also, they may eat, though rarely, selective insects like the cricket, or buzu, that's what they call it, grasshoppers, ukpana, as mentioned in Leviticus 11:20, verse 23. When crawling creatures like snakes or lizards like other reptiles are killed and removed from the compound, the items used in the killing, usually sticks, are thrown away, and any items or personal use in which touch are disposed of. Leviticus 11:31-32. They are considered unclean, and let's say aharu aru. That's what they said. All right. So it's proved, man, that all right. All right, the same people. It says right here, the eat page 39. The Igbo abstain from food such as pigs, kite, raven, owl, any kinds of reptile. These creatures are within their environment and regarded as unclean animals. The rule that defiled individual, even if he has touched them. The Igbo uses bushel, a gauge for measuring liquid as water and oil. Palm. All right. Now right here it says, let me see. Let me see. Right. Let's see what other things. Let's see here. Yeah, all right. It says on Feast of Passover, Hebrew Pesach. It said this significant redemption of Israel from the bondage in Egypt. It involves slaying and eating the lamb. Remembrance of this deliverance. The Igbo do not practice this, but has striking resemblance of the ritual. Right? You got to remember Jeremiah 17:4 says you should get thy heritage, right? So they're gonna forget some things, man. All right. All right. It says the resemblance of the ritual associated often significant in the Igbo oral festival. Animal was sacrificed as commanded in Numbers 9:11. Though unleavened bread is not known to be made, the Igbo fondly eat bitter herbs and have a common fondly eaten type of bitter leaf soup, ofe anumbu, which pounded yam. The Igbo smear blood in their doorposts, trees, roadways, feet, hands, earlobe, and often seal security from evil spirits. These go with prayers, decoration. There are pronouncements of the faith on those concerned. All right. You can see they doing something somewhat like a Passover, right? They got it somewhat, got it mixed up, all right? But go to where's that? What is that? Head, all right. Let me see. Trying to find it in here. It has something like the Passover. All right. Let's see. All right, just bear with me, Aki. Hold on for a minute. Salak, I'm back. Alright. So this is the book 10 Tribes of Israel by Timothy R. Jenkins, alright? And you see Joel 9:24 on the cover of the book, alright? The guy was much darker than that, alright? But anyway, let's see, where is it? Just showing you the how the so-called Native Americans, or Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right? And how they custom similar to their brethren over there in Africa, man. How they the same people, man. All right, both on, also show you that the 12 tribes are scattered all over the earth, man. All right, so. Cause most people like to say, "Oh, the 12 tribes just in Africa." They try to read Isaiah 11, but Isaiah 11 only mentioned it mentioned Cush and it mentioned Cush, Libya, Cyrene, and Egypt, man. Right? Those are just 3 states within that continent, man. All right, that's not the whole Africa, man. They try to do that, trying to say, the 12 tribes, the 10 tribes, the Northern Kingdom, just in Africa. It's not true, man. The Northern Kingdom on this side, man. All right, and the Gadites over here on this side fulfilled the prophecy in Genesis 49:19. All right, but that's not saying that there's not Gadites in Africa, which I proved there are Gadites in Africa, man. All right, it's just I'm doing this just to prove that the so-called Native American, or the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, they are the tribe of Gad. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. When they doing the Passover, like all right. Let's see. Trying to find it. Hold on. Yeah, right here it says, on the evening of the same day, they have another public feast beside the first fruits, which looks somewhat like the Passover, when the great quantity of vision is provided with other things dressed in the usual way, disturbed to all guests, of which they eat freely that even, but that which is left thrown into the fire and burned, as none of it must remain till sunrise the next day, nor must a bone of the vision be broken. All right, that's in the scriptures, man. All right, that's in the scriptures. All right, get that. Alright, broken. Let's see, lamb, broken. Let me go ahead. Hold on. Answer this. 12. It says right here, it says, your lamb shall be without blemish, male the first year. You should take it out. This is Exodus 12. All right. You should take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And ye shall keep it until 14th day of the same month. The whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill in the evening, and they that take of the blood and strike on the two posts aside the upper posts of the houses where they eat. They shall eat the flesh, and at night roast with fire, unleavened bread with bitter herbs. They shall eat it not of raw or nor sudden at all with water, but roast and fire his head with his legs and with the puteness thereof, and ye shall leave nothing of it until the morning, which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. All right. Okay. All right. So here it says, all right. So right, go to the next chapter. All right. Trying to get it where all right. Let's see. All right. Let's see, Leviticus 23. Trying to see what it said, bone broken, but all right. But anyway, the bone, cause the lamb represent Yahweh Shai. All right, so it's sacred. And that's why the lamb bone not to be broken. All right, because sworn I seen it in here. All right, let's see, broken. Let's see. All right, but anyway, that's why the bone not to be broken. All right, because that lamb represents Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was he put his life. He gave his life for the nation of Israel. All right. All right. So they wouldn't have to do all that crazy sacrifice and animals and all that stuff when we, go off and everything. All right. And we go off. All right. Transgression of law. All right. And also to bring, give us grace and salvation and, the covering of his blood. All right. Anyway, let's see. What else? Let's see. Something else I had wanted to show you all. All right. About hold on, Salah. Yeah. This is the book More Volume 1 and 2 by Cosmo L. All right. So you got that Metron brother right there. Guess I had wanted to show you. All right. I'll show you early in the book, brothers. Got that Metron, just like in the Middle East, man. All right. All right. All right, see your brother right there. So-called Native American brother, Israelite. All right, got a Metron, just like the Metron and the guy from West Africa, man. All right. All right, you see right here, Native American turban, the Mitri. All right, it says the turban was a style of head covering favored by many of the turban included. It says the turban was a style of head covering favored by many of the Southeast Indian tribes who were located in the states of Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. All right, and you all know Oklahoma famous for Black Wall Street. All right, where Gad, Reuben, and Judah was rolling till Esau destroyed it. All right, it said Native American turbans. Fact two, the turbans the most associated with the country of the Far East, but turban wearers extend North Africa, right, the Middle East, and Asian countries, right. And see right here, it said Native American Indians, all right, talking about the tribe of Gad and Reuben. All right, Reuben's so-called Seminole Indians are mostly closely associated with the feather headdress and wore barnets. However, many favored tribes such as the Yuchi, Natchez, Seminole, Creek, Shawnee wore a cloth turban prior to cloth turbans, and fur turbans were worn. Right? You see right there. I think that's a wrap around his head, but you got the feather in there. All right. Let's see. All right. He said that's a Native American Creek one, but you see the turban on that they got on, all right? Let's see. All right. Algonquin natives in New York, early 1900s, all right? See them, all right? So-called Seminole and Indians, tribe of Reuben. All right, those Gadites at the top. All right. You see the same symbol right there. You see the Moorish. All right. Where do you get these symbols from, man? Because these people are from the East. All right. You can see it right there. Look, you got the notice the dress on a Seminole warrior. It is identical to the Moorish garb, also known as weapons. Basically, they spell it. The scimitar. All right, that's how I guess I pronounce. Somebody put it how I pronounce in the comments, please. All right. See, that's the same type of sword they got in the middle, so-called Middle East. All right. Those pictures on little brothers. All right. All right, you see right here the Arab hunter. It says the Seminole Maroon chief wearing the exact same headdress as the ancient Moai or Polynesian resemble a large turban. All right, you can see it right here. All right, this is the so-called Simeon tribe of Reuben, man. All right, headdress they say. All right, they the same people, man. All right, what else I want to show you all? Oh yeah, it says something about looking. Yeah, that's what I wanted to address. They said what that video? I think she just bear with me. And try to get just hold on, bear with me, Akia. All right.
Self-proclaimed elder.
All right, so right here, what she say? This is and she should scoff, man. She called my videos talking. Well, every time me a comment, everything, man. She just out of order, man. All right, but anyway, I don't think she called my videos, but every time I make a comment, a correct comment, she come there try to correct me and everything. All right, but anyway, His daughter Zion tribe of Benjamin, all right, but she posted against the 12 tribes, saying, but she said she Benjamin. But anyway, it says, what is it? All right, yeah, it says, let me see. All right, I'm just gonna start right. In August, who has over 30 years, historian traveled to many countries to get pictures for his books. Also bring, it's on a book. He probably got a picture of other books, man. It's a primary sources to his books. Melody Counts has his books and use it when teaching. And he, Mr. Cummings, don't agree with the 12 chart. All right, and he also said that any Hispanic claiming Israelites has to look like us and not of the European descent. I am glad you broke it down using scripture precept upon precept and some prophecies that are already taking place. It happens some of the future prophets come like Isaiah 11. She don't know what the hell she talking. She don't know what she talking about. All right, the part she don't know what she talking about. All right, but anyway, the part where she's talking about parents and all that stuff, but let me see, but it's all right because you can't go by appearance, man. You go right here, you go to 1 Samuel 16:7. It says, but Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not unto his countenance or on the height of stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh seeth not as a man seeth, for a man looketh on our appearance, but Yahweh look on the heart. So Most High don't judge appearances, man. All right, Most High don't judge on appearances. All right, because you go to Revelation 7:13. All right, it says right here. It's saying, Amen, blessed. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, which they came? And I said unto, sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, these are they which come out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of Yahweh, right? They get cleaned up, and they, all right. They came to the truth, all right? The other Israelites, all right? It says, all right. It says right here, 7:9. It says, Revelation 7:9. And lo, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, all the nations and kindred of the people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in the hand. These are Israelites of other nations. All right. Among all people, all Israel not gonna look the same due to what racial mixture, man. But you are the seed of your father. All right. Because John didn't recognize them. All right, go to their Numbers 1:1. All right, it says right here, it says in Numbers 1:1, it's saying Yahweh spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tabernacle congregation on the first day of the second month in the second year after they will come out of the land of Egypt, saying, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, and after found by the house of their fathers, with the number of the names, every male by their poles. All right, so we can't go on appearance, man. All right, this is book on Sex and Race by J. Rogers, volume 2. All right, since they like to bother Issachar right brothers all the time. All right, you see right here, I got the two Ephraimite brothers. It says 3 Puerto Ricans in New York colored and 1 white. All right, so you see the one they deemed left white. I said soup was brought to take the white child from the adopted mother and ground that Negroes are not to rear white children. This is which is white and which is color, right? So they won't take the child on the left because he looked at like to them they looked at like Esau, right? You want to take away from this Ephraimite woman, which is darker skinned than that child on the left and his brother, man. All right. This goes Hosea 7:8. Ephraim is a cake unturned. All right. Now let's go to right here, Mexico, right? It says miscegenation, all right? That's another word for race mixture. In Mexico differs from other Latin American lands, and that most of it seemed to have been between Indian and the Negro, right? Between Judah and Issachar. Apparently, Issachar is the just the people of Mexico, Judah, so-called Negroes. Apparently, the Mexican Indian has been more mixed with Negro than any other group in American Aborigines, say those United States. There are a considerable number of Negroes at the start. 200 of them accompanied Cortez, the conqueror of Mexico, in 1519, one of whom, Juan Guerrero, was the first to sow and to reap in wheat in New World. Just talking about Mexico. Other Negroes accompanied the Narvaez, the rival Cortez, the same year, right? Because you had Jake, that was conquistadors, man. You black on Israel, you like to cry talking about the Cherokee had Judah in slavery, but you was you was conquering with Esau, man. All right. It says the Negroes were imported such numbers that in 1535, or only 16 years after the conquest, they outnumbered the Spaniards. Priestley said their number was already great enough to be hazardous, right? Because they were scared. There being more Negroes, not counting mulattoes, than the Spaniards in the New Spain, Mexico, by the middle of the century. All right. It says practically every bishopric in New Spain contained more blacks than whites before 1575. In agriculture, Negro labor was a great utility than of that the Indian. All right. The black man could perform in a day 6 times as much work as the Indian, probably because they starved Issachar, man. All right. And did not suffer from punishment or privatization as he did more delicately constituted native. The Negro continued to arrive until the end of the same century. The slaves alone, according to the figures from the archives of the Indies in Seville, outnumbered the Edomites, right, and Near whites, probably just tares, man, who total 17,771. as against 18,556 Negroes. The latter figure did not include the free blacks, all right, the mulattoes and the runaway slaves, though percentage was large. In Mexico City itself, the Negro element outnumbered the white and near white. I say they outnumbered Esau. The Negro slave and the Indian who had been reduced to slavery, all right, to go to Jeremiah 50:33, made common cause. All right, so this is the mixture of see the different mixtures in Mexico, man. You got what? Negro, white, Negro, Indian, white, upper left. All right, see right here, this sister right here. You look at you like, oh, that's a somebody carnal, man. Oh, that's a Edomite. She'll Edomite, man. She'll Asian. No, man. All right, she's an Israelite, man. She's a Judite woman. All right, you see the rest on, man. All right, so I'm gonna end this right here in Shalom, man. All right, the so-called Natives of Americas are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, Shalom.